What's up guys, DuArktik here with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are back to talk about Songbird. She's coming to the game today and we are not going to unlock her because we are still boycotting the game until they remove Overpowered, right? But she is going to be an important character for your Thunderbolts team, and this is going to be a raid team that you need for the bio lanes, and they are also going to be very important for Cosmic Crucible, I guess. There will be a raid in Crucible like in previous seasons, and I'm quite confident that this team is going to be a little bit of a problem. We'll see. And a big part of that problem is going to be with the Songbird, as she provides a lot of buffs to the team in terms of damage output. So in this video, we're going to take a look at her speed, we're going to take a look at her T-Force and the ISO weight that we're going to apply for her. And also talk about a little bit about the ISO weight for the other characters, because she might change everything, especially in Cosmic Crucible on that room where you have the raid buffs. So as always, if you like information on these videos, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure to smash that like button like a boss. Now, Songbird, like I said, is part of the Thunderbolts, and they are going to be necessary for the red stars for Quasar. So if you care about Quasar, if you want to get red stars for Quasar, you kind of need these guys. How fast do you need these guys? I'm not sure, we'll see. We have the first event showing up today, but on top of the event we also have Gear Tier 20 recommendations, so I think it's something that you don't have to rush for. So play as you would normally otherwise, I don't know. But okay, so Songbird, she's a Hero Global Bio Blaster Thunderbolt Chapter 1 Arbringer. Now this is interesting because she's supposed to be a mutant. I thought she was going to have dual tag mutant and bio. I thought this is going to be an Alliance Wars team because we have characters that are bio, others that are tech, and so on. So it was very surprising for me that she was just a bio raid character. It's very surprising because like all her powers are mutant type. So yeah, so that was very inconvenient. Now in terms of the speed, she's really fast at 132 speed. I think she matches the same speed as Black Cat and slightly slower than Red Hulk. I'm not 100% sure, but something like that. And on her passive, she has some very powerful abilities that stop ability block and trauma, which is awesome, right? Especially if they don't go like the fastest compared to other raid teams, they can still prevent this kind of debuffs, and that's going to be beneficial for your setup. Okay, let's take a look at the website msf.gg or marvelstrikeforce.com and see what T-Force is going to do. So on the basic, she does single target damage. She's going to clear positive effects from the enemies and negative effects from herself. The T4 will increase the number of positive effects you clear from yourself and from the enemy. I don't think this is relevant, so I would definitely skip this T4. She's not going to be a striker, or at least very unlikely. So I would not bother with this T4. Then we have the special, and the special is going to apply speed up for Thunderbolts in raids, and this is a absolute new buff for this ability, so yes, you should do it. Now you also get a little bit extra damage. She does not apply bleeds, she does not do anything at all, but the speed in raids is so important that you should do it. And once again, because this is going to be a Cosmic Crucible team, at least for the next month and a half, it's definitely a T4 that you should do right away. So special, absolute must-have T4. Then we have the ultimate. This is the ability that she's going to be using first. Like we talked about, she's very fast at 132 speed, and she's going to flip all positive effects into negative effects on the enemies and apply offense down. She has extra focus, so she does not have to be a skirmisher. She has no assist mechanics. She applies no bleed, so she's not going to be a striker. And when you do the T4, she's going to apply trauma for 2 turns if you have 4 or more Thunderbolt allies. So this is not going to be useful, at least for the next 2 weeks or so. But as soon as you unlock Hyperion, well, then this ability becomes extremely overpowered. So you might skip it, at least for now. But then in 2 weeks or so, when you unlock Hyperion, you definitely want to get this T4 going. Let's move on to the passive. As we mentioned before, If this character has 4 or more Thunderbolt allies, this character and all Thunderbolt allies cannot gain ability block and trauma, which will protect them before they attack. And this is important because Hyperion, when they get attacked finally, is going to give a speed bar by 30% for the entire team, which is absolutely massive. So preventing this ability block and trauma is going to be very important. She also applies deflects to everyone from the Thunderbolts on spawn or on turn. It's even more important. It's on turn. So this is amazing. Now, in terms of the passive as well, you guys can see that she's going to get 50% crit chance. So we want to use her as a raider. Based on the other abilities, she has enough focus to apply the abilities. She doesn't have any bleed, so she doesn't have to be a striker. Her isolate attack is also not very strong, so you have to go with her as a raider. Once again, because of the Cosmic Crucible season, and because we have a raid room, if you decide to use this team there, they are going to have additional crit chance and crit damage. So you kind of want to use all of the Thunderbolts as raiders. I was looking at which is the best to have as a striker. You could use Ghost, for example, or Victoria Hand. I'm not sure if it's relevant, because like applying 1 bleed or so, it's just not relevant enough. Then the Ghost, she is way too slow to turn rewind the enemies effectively with her striker isolate. So I think just the best way to go about this is just make all of them raiders and see them doing 20% more damage, right? Because we're gonna have the 50% damage from the passive, plus the damage from the isolate, plus the base damage. So they're gonna clap really, really hard, as long as they can survive, right? Which I think is gonna be the biggest problem with this team, is that they're gonna be small for most people. If you are a Kraken, well, that's a different story. Then this team is going to be very, very scary, and you definitely want to use them as raiders, and especially you don't have to deal with the problems of the AI not working properly. So once again, if you are a free-to-play light spender and somehow you unlock these characters, you should skip most of the T4s except the special until you have the full team. After you have the full team, then you want to do all T4s except the basic and run all of them as raiders, so you have the maximum amount of clapping coming out of this team. So there you go, guys. She's not a mutant, but Songbird is definitely going to clap those wings in your face with all those crits. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the video helpful, make sure to share it to your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Mouse Force content, and I will catch you guys later.